the classic Pokemon Nuzlocke. If your Pokemon faints for whatever reason, it's permanently gone. And also, you can only catch one Pokemon per area. I'm not good at Pokemon. Yeah, I wipe you. And yet, I decided to do a 2-player Nuzlocke. It's called a soullink. In addition to the normal Nuzlocke rules, whatever Pokemon that we catch are linked to each other. That means if my starter becomes unusable, my friend's starter also becomes unusable. We can only have one primary typing for both of our teams combined. So if I have a normal type, that means my friend can't have a normal type. And to make things even worse, all Pokemon, including Wild and Fought, are randomized. This means little youngster Joey could have a Mewtwo, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Here is our Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver randomized Soullink Nuzlocke.
I have a Porygon, I have a Nidoran, and I have a Wishmer.
I have Ralts, which is not usable, Totodile, which is usable, and Mudkip, which is usable, so it really wants me to use a water type. To save time, I'm gonna show you a list of every Pokemon caught and linked before every major battle or moment. You may have noticed that most of the Pokemon we caught are normal type, but because my friend chose Porygon, that means that we couldn't use most of these pairings. Also, this is why we named our rival. And here's the first death.
Give up. No.
What level?
We are
What
not out
level?
of level 7.
Oh
We are out
god!
of danger.
Why Gibble is so scary at level 7 is because it learns Dragon Rage at that level. Dragon Rage is an attack that will always do 40 damage. And guess how much HP Porygon has right now?
Oh no.
While we may have lost our starters, this gave us the chance to bring in Azumarill. Since Azurill evolves into a water type later, this means that we could further expand our team. Because Azurill hadn't evolved yet, we could only bring Azakun and Slugkey. My Faulkner sends out a Diglett, which is fine since my Beautifly knows Absorb. But then Faulkner switches in his ace Pokemon, which turns out to be a Growlithe. Luckily, I had Rock Throw on Slugkey, but every time Faulkner's Growlithe used Bite, it took me down to half health. I tried to spam Heal, and then Growlithe used Leer, which gave me an opening for another Rock Throw. Luckily, I wasn't one-hit KO'd, so I predicted another Bite attack and switched to Azakun. Was able to take down the Growlithe with a Gust. His last Pokemon was a Nidoran, but it didn't take long to defeat. And that is how we got our first gym battle. We may have won the gym battle, but having access to only 2 Pokemon does not put us in a great position. But after Violet City, we get access to a fishing rod, which opens more encounters since you can fish at towns now. These are the Pokemon pairings we were able to catch before challenging the second gym. With the new Pokemon, we decided to re-evaluate our teams and brought in Wurmpeenie, who's a Beautifly now, Slugkey, and Makopinch. But 𝒂𝒊𝒍 proved really challenging, for me at least. Okay. Drop off the foot!
What? What did you get? What did you get?
Kingdra!
Kingdra. Okay. Good luck.
Facing any final evolution Pokemon would have been tough here, but I literally had no good way to deal with Kingdra specifically. Initially, I wanted to do a poison stall by smogging with Slugkey and then switching to Wurmpeenie. But since Kingdra is a water type, I decided not to risk it. So, my only good option here was to confuse it with Wurmpeenie's Sweet Kiss. Even though Happiny is a baby Pokemon, it has high HP and special defense. I just kept healing Happiny while occasionally trying to chip away at the Kingdra with Pound and hoping it would hit itself in confusion. This was a long battle, which was made longer because 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒍 healed the Kingdra to max HP. The confusion stalling was working well, but Kingdra also fought back by lowering my accuracy. I was too scared to switch out, so I tried to just pound away at it while it was in the red. At literally 1 HP left, I couldn't land the last hit. So I was forced to switch to 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒍, who dealt the final blow. Thankfully, only 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒍's first Pokemon was so tough. The rest were quite easy, and that's how the second gym badge was won. The Kingdra battle gave me a glimpse into the horror that a randomized Pokemon Nuzlocke could bring. But I couldn't pause because we were finally going to reach my favorite city in all of Pokemon, Goldenrod City. And what's even better is what I found in the Goldenrod City Casino. Yes.
Yay.
No, it's Gen 2, but yes.
I mean Gen 2, but they're following Gen 4.
Oh my god!
What happened?
I can get a Dialga for 700 coins!
What the heck? Do it.
Yes, I found the God of Time just chilling as a casino prize. Though I didn't get it right away, we did get our usual encounters that were available to us before going for Whitney's gym. Again, before the gym, we assessed our Pokemons and decided to bring in good old Stinky, 𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒍, 𝑺𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒍, and the brand new 𝑘𝒐𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒍. Also, I forgot to mention we brought in Whitey as well. Whitney's first Pokemon was a Treecko, but she quickly swapped it out for the flying Kabuto. Seriously, why is she floating like that? Kabuto goes down pretty easily by me spamming Arm Thrust on 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒍. But then Whitney sends out her ace Pokemon, Gorbis. While I was busy laughing at how silly Gorbis looks, Verdant pretty much jinxes me.
Gorbis is a second stage, you know, so you have to be careful.
Yeah, but it's so ugly. Look what happens on the very next turn.
How many?
Oh, well,
Yep,
Azukun is dead.
What? Azukun is dead. He just evolved.
Yeah, I know. I just got one hit crit. I brought out my backup plan. One mirror coat from YP the Wobbuffet brought the Gorbis down. And that was how we got the third gym badge. I gotta come clean here. Azukun is not the only Pokemon that ended up comatose in my hands.
Yes.
I lost your Umbreon.
Okay.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm sorry, I know Smoochum is weak, but I was too lazy to kill Survivor slowly, and I ended up paying the price. Also, I wasn't the only one who lost a Pokemon that stream.
Please. Holy shit! No! Please don't die. Okay.
Who died?
Slugkey died.
Slugkey died, okay.
Yeah.
Because we lost so many Pokemon right before the 4th gym, we had to go on another catching spree. this was our team for fighting Morty. 𝒂💏, 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 and 𝒂💐💂💏. Morty starts off with Chinchou, which 𝒂💏 quickly takes down. Kangaskhan is then sent out, basically Morty's strongest Pokemon here, and it spams Mega Punch, but I spam Arm Thrust. So, finally it goes down after a little while, and I sent out Pluskin to deal with both Aron and Sneasel. However, this happens.
Briar.
Yes? Who would I?
Combustion.
Okay.
Combustion.
No worries, it's Plusle, it would have died eventually. So since Pluskin is technically dead now, I couldn't use it against the last Pokemon, Volbeat. Though I didn't really need to worry because all Volbeat tried to do was confuse, raise its special attack, and then confuse again. Well, Volbeat eventually goes down, and there's our 4th gym badge. Since we were doing these streams weekly, we were able to do some offline grinding at the casino and got our newest team members, Dialthor. I even went back to previous routes and grinded until Dialthor was a similar level to my team instead of using rare candies. That means that Dialthor might actually be the most stacked Pokemon I have. Anyway, these are all the pairings we caught on our way to Cianwood City. Since we had more variety again, we brought in Dialthor, 𝒂💏, 𝒂💏, Mongol, and Crampotus. Chuck's team was pretty strong, with Swellow, Seviper, and Dusknoir. Since I had counters to each Pokemon, the fight was pretty easy. After getting the 5th gym badge, we had to backtrack and decided to skip Jasmine and go straight to Mahogany Town. These are our encounters around the area. Notice no shiny Pokemon?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Briar. I'm sorry.
You kill it?
No, it whirlwind me away.
Oh, okay. So no shiny Pokemon for us. When we got to Team Rocket's hideout to help out Lance, the funniest thing happened. So trainer Pokemon are supposed to be random, but instead of a Dragonite, Lance sends out a Shaman. Oh my gosh, Lance has Shaman! For both of us.
Mine is Shaman as well.
So what are the odds in that? That's not the only thing I want to show, because check out what my last Electrode fight was. It's
Who died?
Palkia!
What? Wow.
I have to kill Palkia. Luckily, I had Shucky, the Bronzor, on me, so I slowly brought it down with a combination of Confuse Ray and Extra Sensory. Since we ended the stream right after beating the Rocket hideout in Mahogany Town, we could immediately go and fight both Price and Jasmine. This was the team we took for pretty much both gyms. Shucky, 𝒂💏, Mongol, Spinatu, and 𝒂💏. Price sends out a Horsey, which surprisingly hits like a truck against my Shucky. The next 2 Pokemon, Geodude and Quillfish, go down without much issue. The final Pokemon, Arbok, proved a bit more challenging considering it has Mudbot. This forced me to switch out, but unfortunately, the floor was littered with toxic spikes. But then Arbok stockpiled 3 times. So we decided to sacrifice 𝒂💏 instead. Now in hindsight, maybe Shucky could have taken it. Havoc goes down, and we beat the 6th gen. After healing our Pokemon and discarding the fallen brethren, we went directly to Jasmine. She sends out Nuzlocke as her first Pokemon, which wasn't too hard to take down. Then it was Krabby, which spammed Protect pretty much every time I tried to hit it with Fly. Meanwhile, Verdant lost his Monferno to an Earthquake because he had forgotten 𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒍𝒔.
I think he's dead. Yep, he's dead.
It takes a while, but Krabby finally goes down and I bring out Maku Pinch against Lombre. But it's the next Pokemon that Jasmine sends out that is a huge problem for me. The tanky ass Wishcash with Water Pulse, Magnitude, Rest, and Snore. Luckily, I was able to figure out that if I confuse Wishcash, it can't use Snore while asleep. But still, this one Pokemon literally took 10 minutes to defeat because it kept healing. Eventually, it goes down though. Alright, so here's where I have a very bad lapse of judgment. So, while clearing the Goldenrod Tower, Team Rocket takeover thing, I ended up sending Hariyama against Gallade. Oh no, Sword Stance Gallade, because for some reason, I mistakenly thought the Psychic fighting Pokemon would not use Psychic moves.
Clefable, a hot chick, I see.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, okay.
Who died?
Maku Pinch.
No!
Since we had lost quite a few Pokemon, we went on a bit of a catching spree before the final gym. With the new Pokemon, this was our team for Claire. Stinky, Spinaku, Lampotas, Tropichu, and Chinbag. Claire's first Pokemon was Infernape, which was quickly taken down by Chinbag's Fly. A couple of Medichamps came out next. Fly also took them down quite easily. Rampotus takes down Rapidash, but the Fire Blast it took before it went down was a little scary. Claire's ass Pokemon was Politoed, which was really cute, but then used Perish Song. So I just switched out and waited for it to die. And that is how we beat the final gym. Once we had gotten our 8th gym badge, we went to collect the legendary Pokemon. It was still Catty and Hypno. Anyway, the road on the way to Indigo Plateau wasn't as scary since we skipped most of the trainers when we could. Here's the Pokemon we caught along the way. But before we left Victory Road, we were accosted by none other than Skibidi himself. Skibidi's team was pretty good considering he had Dodrio, a Lickitung, Feraligatr, X-Cloud, Swallow, and Roserade. But I had Diather. Once we got to the Pokemon League, we needed to really evaluate our team. This was what we ended up with. Diather, Omabi, Chinbat, Delahorn, and Glametry. There wasn't really any way we could have balanced this better. I think our mistake, well my mistake really, was to carelessly let so many good Pokemon perish before this. But it's too late. It's time for the Elite Four. Honestly, Will's Pokemon were alright until he sent out gosh darn Torterra, Earthquake, Leech Seed, and Mega Drain Synthesis. It was like the Whiscash battle all over again. This was 8 minutes for one Pokemon. Luckily, the others went down pretty fast. Koga's Pokemon were Beautifly, Arbok, Hunter, Rotom, Venonat, and Golduck. But of course, Venonat with Black Sludge made the fight go on a little bit longer than expected. Otherwise, Koga was fine. Honestly, Bruno's lineup was a little scary, but his battle went the quickest for me out of all the Elite Four: Hariyama, Rampardos, Graveler, Breloom, Rapidash, and Noctowl. Between Chinbat's Fly and Diather's Aura Spear, the two cleaned up on the battlefield. Karen wasn't hard as well. Actually, her tankiest Pokemon was Pidgeot, and it was pretty annoying because of Feather Dance, reducing my attack. But it was fine, because Diather is a special attacker. I was also a little nervous with Gloom having Moonlight, but luckily everything else was pretty much a cakewalk. Unfortunately, Grammetric perished during Verdant's battle against Karen. This meant that we had to fight Lance with only 4 Pokemon. The first Pokemon was Electabuzz. During this battle, I jokingly asked if Lance still had his Shaman.
I wonder if he still has Shaman.
Now here's a spoiler.
He has other legendaries on his team.
Electabuzz wasn't hard, just more annoying because it kept paralyzing the other. Eventually, I got sick of it and sent out Delahorn. But then Lance sends a Cloyster, a water-ice Pokemon. And this is when I realized that all my Pokemon are weak to ice. Delahorn goes down. At the same time, Verdant loses Diather on his end.
Okay, I might be in danger. I am in danger. I am in danger. I am in danger. I am indeed in danger. Scyther died.
Okay.
And this is where things get a little muddy. Because I thought this meant Diather was perished for me, but apparently our choice of rules meant that Pokemon only perish after the battle itself. So technically I could still use Diather. But I didn't know, so I sent out Chinbat, which was actually able to tank Aurora Beam and take out Cloyster. I then sent out Omami to finish off Electabuzz.
But then Lance's next Pokemon is Moltres.
At this point, I thought Verdant was wiping, though I was wiping. So I didn't make the best decisions and kicked Omami in against Moltres. But then switched Chinbat in, which perished to Flamethrower. With only Diather left, I finally learned that I could technically still use it.
It's only technically dead after.
I was using Pokemon Week against them because everyone was dead. Then maybe we have a chance. Alright, let's see.
And the battle was back on. So, using the God of Time, I took down Moltres. At this point, I had been pretty good with saving my PP on Diather because I knew I would have to rely on it in the final battle. But then Lance sends a Blissey, which has Light Screen. And again, Diather is a special attacker. At first, I tried to brute force it, but Blissey is the tankiest Pokemon alive. and I realized I was quickly running out of PP. So I decided to wait out light screen and attack only when it's down. And how did I do that? Well, I just kept chucking Pokeballs at it.
Wait, can I just throw a ball at it?
Throw a ball at it!
Don't be a thief.
Don't be a thief.
It takes 6 minutes for Blissey to go down. And then Lance's next Pokemon is Bastiodon. I hit it for like 60% HP, and Bastiodon uses Metal Buzz.
Thankfully, the Aether didn't die. Then Lance's last Pokemon is a Darkrai? A Darkrai? With Double T?
It's a good thing Lance didn't think to spam the heck out of Double Team, because Darkrai wasn't much of a problem. Thereafter, spammed a bunch of attacks, Darkrai heals a bunch, but finally, it goes down.
Yay, you did it.
Oh my god.
You did it. Yay.
My everyone is dead in my arms, but we did it.
Dead. Yeah, exactly. Everyone is dead, but you did it. And all it takes is to have a Dragon Steel type legendary.
Okay, so I know for a Soul Link, you have to finish together, because that's the point. But since I can do whatever I want, I'm still going to be proud that I managed to finish, at least. Honestly, I think Verdant would have better odds if he had his Azumarill, Umbreon, and Primark. Those deaths were my fault. But thank you for reaching the end of this video. I worked really hard on editing this, so please like the video if you enjoyed so far. Maybe I'll see you in the next Nuzlocke.